Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yatha Parakam Shri Guru Vaishnavam Sya Shri Rupam Sangrachatam Sanganarvanatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Harijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Pada Sahagana Lalita Shivashikam Vitam Sya Om Adhyana Timarandasya Jnana Shalakaya Chakshuran Vidamyana Tasmaya Shri Gurave Namaha Gurva Bhishtam Sukurkam Gurganara Sishya Sambhushitam Chinja Chinja Samasta Veda Nipanam Shri Rupa Patanukam Govinda Vidam Vishwalam Bharatanam Bhaktyan Vidam Sundaram Vande Vishwaguru Chadivya Bhagavad Premam Bija Pradam Evam Divyatanam Suchandavanam Balarka Chelan Chitam Sandrananda Puram Sadekavaranam Vairanga Vidyaburim Sri Siddhanta Nidim Subhakti Lasitam Saraswatanam Varam Vandetam Shivaram Maleka Sharanam Yashishvara Sridharam Vanshakalpataru Yasya Kripa Sindhu Vyagacha Patitanam Pavanibhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Namo Mahavaranyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namane Gauratabhishe Namah. So we're hearing from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita by Srila Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami, translation and commentary by Srila Prabhupada. This is Madhya-lila chapter 8, talks between the Lord and Ramananda Roy. Okay. So text number 150. So we heard previously that Mahaprabhu is discussing Srila Ramananda Roy, and Mahaprabhu is asking the questions, and Ramananda Roy is citing from the scriptures, and that's progressively developing to more and more confidential levels of devotion. Beautiful explanations by Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu started out with what is the goal of life, and from there proceeded all the way through the development of all the different rasas and relationship with Krishna. Then Ramananda Roy, Mahaprabhu had Ramananda Roy further explain. Ramananda Roy, we just heard, explained the qualities of Krishna, who is attractive to everyone, and as we heard, even to himself, because here mentions Apanamadhure Hare Apanaraman Apana Apane Chahe Korite Alingan. Lord Krishna's sweetness is so attractive that it steals away his own mind, thus even he wants to embrace himself. Then text 149. Apari Kalita Purva Kaschamatkara Surati Mama Gariyan Esha Mathurya Pura Ayamaham Api Hanta Prikshayam Labda Cheta Sarabasam Ubaboktum Kamaye Radikeva. Upon seeing his own reflection in a bejeweled pillar of his dwarfa palace, Krishna desired to embrace it, saying, "Alas, I have never seen such a person before. Who is he? Just by seeing him, I have become eager to embrace him exactly like Srimati Radharani." So though Krishna is attractive even to himself, Mahaprabhu comes with Srimati Radharani's mood to experience the wonderful qualities in himself, that she can appreciate the nature of her love, the happiness that she feels. So that's internal reasons for Krishna coming as Mahaprabhu, and here, and that's given an indication. Krishna is seeing his own image in a bejeweled pillar in Dwarka, but he's thinking, how is Radharani appreciating the attractiveness of me? And he's thinking of himself not as the king of Dwarka, but as Swayam Bhagavan, Krishna playing a flute. So anyway, now yesterday we heard about the qualities of Krishna, and now we're going on Ramananda Roy will explain the qualities of Srimati Radharani. Eta sankepe kohila Krishnara Swarup eve sankepe kohi Shuna Radha Tattvarup. Sri Ramananda Roy then said, I have thus briefly explained the original form of the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna. Now let me describe the position of Srimati Radharani. Krishna Ananta Shakti Tate Tim Pradhan Chit Shakti Maya Shakti Jiva Shakti Nam. Krishna has unlimited potencies, which can be divided into three main parts. These are the spiritual potency, the material potency, and the marginal potency, which is known as the living entities. Antaranga Bahiranga Tatasta Kohijare, Antaranga Swarup Shakti Savar Upare. In other words, these are all potencies of God, internal, external, and marginal. But the internal potency is the Lord's personal energy and stands over the other two. Vishnu Shakti Paraprokta Kshetradyapya Tata Para Avidya Karma Samgyaya Tritiya Shaktir Ishyate. The original potency of Lord Vishnu is superior or spiritual, and the living entity actually belongs to that superior energy. But there is another energy called the material energy, and this third energy is full of ignorance. Satchidanandamoy Krishnara Swarup Ateva Swarup Shakti Hoitin Rup. Originally, Krishna is Satchidananda Vigraha, the transcendental form of eternity, bliss, and knowledge. Therefore, his personal potency, the internal potency, has three different forms, corresponding to these three different aspects of his internal potency. Satchid Ananda, eternity, consciousness, and and happiness. Or we could say Satchidananda. We could also say knowledge or consciousness. Anandam she ladini sadam she sandini chidam she sambit jare jnana korimani. Ladini is this aspect of bliss, sandini of eternal existence, and sambit of cognizance, which is also accepted as knowledge. Ladini sandini sambit Tvayeka sarva samshraye lada tapa kori mishra twayi no gunavarchite. My dear Lord, you are the reservoir of all transcendental qualities. Your pleasure potency, existence potency, and knowledge potency are actually all one internal spiritual potency. The conditioned soul, although actually spiritual, sometimes experiences pleasure, sometimes pain, and sometimes a mixture of pain and pleasure. This is due to his being touched by matter. But because you are above all material qualities, these are not found in you. Your superior spiritual potency is completely transcendental, and for you, there is no such thing as relative pleasure, pleasure mixed with pain, or pain itself. This is from the Vishnu Puran. My dear Lord, you are the reservoir of all qualities. Your pleasure potency, existence potency, and knowledge potency are actually all one internal spiritual potency. The conditioned soul, although actually it's spiritual, sometimes experiences pleasure, sometimes pain, and sometimes a mixture of pain and pleasure. This is due to his being touched by matter. But because you are above all material qualities, these are not found in you. Your superior spiritual potency is completely transcendental. And for you, there is no such thing as relative pleasure, pleasure mixed with pain, or pain itself. Krishna Teya Lade Tate Namaladini Se Shakti Tuare Sukha Ashware Apani. The potency called Ladini gives Krishna transcendental pleasure. Through this pleasure potency, Krishna personally takes all spiritual pleasure. The potency called Ladini gives Krishna transcendental pleasure. Through this pleasure potency act, Krishna personally tastes all spiritual pleasure. Sukha Rupa Krishna Kori, Sukha Ashwadan, Bhaktagani, Sukha Dite Ladini Karan. Lord Krishna tastes all kinds of happiness, although he himself is happiness personified. The pleasure relished by his pure devotees is also manifested by his pleasure potency. Ladinir Sara Amsha Tara Premanam Ananda Chinmoy Rasa Premana Akyan. The most essential part of this pleasure potency is love of God and prema. Consequently, the explanation of love of God is also a transcendental mellow full of pleasure. So the most essential part of the pleasure potency is Krishna prema, love of God. Premara Paramasar Mahabhava Jani say Mahabhava Rupa Radha Thakurani. The essential part of Godhead is called Mahabhava, divine ecstasy, and that ecstasy is represented by Srimati Radharani. Tayor api ubayor madhye radhika sarvatarika Mahabhava sarupeyam gunar ativariyasi. Among the gopis of Vrindavan, Srimati Radharani and another gopi are considered chief. But when we compare the gopis, it appears that Srimati Radharani is most important because her real feature expresses the highest ecstasy of love. The ecstasy of love experienced by the other gopis cannot be compared to that of Srimati Radharani. Premara Swarup Deho, Prema Vivarita, Krishnara Preyasi Shrishta Jagate Vidita. The body of Srimati Radharani is a veritable transformation of love of Godhead. She is the dearmost friend of Krishna, and this is known throughout the world. Ananda Chinmaya Rasa Pratibhavitavis Tavirya Eva Nija Vipataya Kalavi Kaloka Eva Nivasanti Akilatma Bhuto Govindamadi Parusham Tamaham Bhajami. I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, who resides in his own realm, Goloka with Radha, who resembles his own spiritual figure and who embodies ecstatic potency, Ladini. Their companions are her confidants, who embody extensions of her bodily form and who are imbued and permeated with ever blissful spiritual rasa. I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord who resides in his own realm, Goloka, with Radha, who resembles his own spiritual figure and who embodies ecstatic potency, Ladini. Their companions are her confidants, who embody extensions of her bodily form and who are imbued and permeated with ever blissful spiritual rasa. Say Mahabhava Hoy Chintamani Sar Krishna Vancha Purnakori Ekaryadhar. The supreme ecstasy of Srimati Radharani is the essence of spiritual life. Her only business is to fulfill all the desires of Krishna. Mahabhava Chintamani Radhara Swarup Lalitari Sakitara Kaya Vyuharu. Srimati Radharani is the topmost spiritual gem, and the other gopis, Lalita, Vishaka, and so on, are expansions of her spiritual body. Radha Prati Krishna Sneham Sugandhi Udvartan Tate Ati Sugandhi Veho Ujjvala Varan. Srimati Radharani's body is brilliant in luster and full of full of beautiful fragrances. Lord Krishna's affection for her is like a perfume massage. Karunyamrita dharaya snana pratama Karunyamrita dharaya snana madhyama. Srimati Radharani takes her first bath in the shower of the nectar of compassion, and she takes her second bath in the nectar of youth. Lavanyamrita dharaya tad uparisnan nijalaja shama patasati haridan. After her midday bath, Radharani takes another bath in the nectar of bodily luster, and she puts on the garment of shyness, which is her black silk sari. Krishna Anuraga Dvitiya Aruna Basan Pranaya Mana Kanshulikaya Baka Achadan. Srimati Radharani's affection for Krishna is her upper garment, which is pinkish in color. She then covers her breast with another garment composed of affection and anger for Krishna. Saundarya Kumkuma Saki Pranay Chandan Smita Kanti Karpura Tine Ange Nile Pan. Srimati Radharani's personal beauty is the reddish powder known as kumkum. Her affection for her associates is sandalwood pulp, and the sweetness of her smile is camphor. All these combined together are smeared over her body. Krishnera Ujjwala Rasa Mrigamadabar Se Mrigamadi Vichi Rita Kolevar. Krishnera Ujjwala Rasa Mrigamadabar Se Mrigamadi Vichi Rita Kolevar. Conjugal love for Krishna is an abundance of musk, and with that musk, her whole body is decorated. Prachanamana Bhamya Damila Binyas Dira Diratmaka Guna Ange Patavas. Craftiness and covered anger constitute the arrangement of her hair. The quality of anger due to jealousy is the silk garment covering her body. Raga Tambula Rage Adara Ujjala Prema Kotilya Netra Jugale Kajala. Her attachment for Krishna is a reddish color of betel nuts on her brilliant lips. Her double dealings in loving affairs constitute the black ointment around her eyes. Sudita Satvika Baba Harshadi Sanchari Esa Baba Bhushna Sab Angevari. The ornaments decorating her body are the blazing ecstasies of goodness and the constantly existing ecstasies headed by jubilation. All these ecstasies are the ornaments all over her body. Kila Kinshitari Baba Vimshati Bhushita Gunashreni Pushpamala Sarbange Purita. Also ornamenting her body are the 20 kinds of ecstatic symptoms beginning with Kila Kinchita. Her divine qualities constitute the flower garland hanging in fullness over her body. Sobhagyatila Charu Lalate Ujjwala Prema Vaishitya Ratna Hridaya Tarana. The tilak of good fortune is on her beautiful broad forehead. Her various loving affairs are a gem, and her heart is the locket. Madhya Mayasa Saki Skande Kuranyas Krishna-lila Manobritti Saki Anshabash. Srimati Radharani's gopi friends are her mental activities, which are concentrated on the pastimes of Sri Krishna. She keeps her hand on the shoulder of a friend who represents youth. Nijanga Sorab Balani Garba Parjanka Ujanga Sura Balaye Garba Paryanka Tatevasi Achi Sada Chinde Krishna Sangha. Srimati Radharani's bedstead is pride itself, and it is situated in the abode of her bodily aroma. She is always seated there, thinking of Krishna's association. Krishnanam Guna Jasha Avatamsha Kane Krishnanama Guna Jasha Pravaha Vachane. Srimati Radharani's earrings are the name, fame, and qualities of Lord Krishna. The glories of Krishna's name, fame, and qualities are always inundating her speech. Krishna ke karaya shama rasa madhupan nirantara purnakore Krishna sarvakam. Srimati Radharani induces Krishna to drink the honey of the conjugal relationship. She is therefore engaged in satisfying all the lusty desires of Krishna. Krishna Rami Shuddha Prema Ratnera Agar Anupama Guna Guna Purna Kolevar. Krishna Ravi Shuddha Prema Ratnera Agar Anupama Gunagana Purna Kolevar. Srimati Radharani is a mind filled with valuable jewels of love for Krishna. Her body is complete with unparalleled spiritual qualities. Kat Krishna Shya Pranaya Jani Bu Srimati Radhikaika Kasya Prayasi Anupama Guna Radhikaika Nachanya Jaimyam Keshe Drishi Taralata Nishturat Vam Kuchesha Vanshya Purtyai Prabhavati Hare Radhikaika Chanya. If one asked about the origin of love of Krishna, the answer is that the origin is in Srimati Radharani alone. Who is the most dear friend of Krishna? The answer again is Srimati Radharani alone. No one else. Srimati Radharani's hair is very curly. Her two eyes are always moving to and fro, and her breasts are firm. Since all divine qualities are manifest in Srimati Radharani, she alone is able to fulfill all the desires of Krishna, no one else. Jara Saubhagya Guna Vanche Satyabhama Jaratai Kala Vilasa Shike Rajarama Jara Sundar Jari Guna Vanche Lakshmi Parvati Jara Pativrata Dharma Vanche Arundhati. Even Satyabhama, one of the queens of Sri Krishna, desires the fortunate position and excellent qualities of Srimati Radharani. All the gopis learn the art of dressing from Srimati Radharani, and even the goddess of fortune, Lakshmi, and the wife of Lord Shiva, Parvati, desire her beauty and qualities. Indeed, Arundhati, the celebrated chaste wife of Vasishta, also wants to imitate the chastity and religious principles of Srimati Radharani. Jarasanguna Ganane Krishnana Paipar Taragun Ganibe Temane Jivachar. Even Lord Krishna himself cannot reach the limit of the transcendental qualities of Srimati Radharani. How then can an insignificant living entity count them? Prabhu Kohe Janilun Krishna Radha Prema Tattva Shunite Chahiye Duhar Vilasa Mahatva. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu replied, now I have come to understand the truth of the loving affairs between Radha and Krishna. Nonetheless, I still want to hear how both of them gloriously enjoy such love. Raya Kohe Krishna Hoy Dhira Lalita Dhirantara Kama Krida Jahara Charita. Rai Ramananda replied, Lord Krishna is Dhira Lalita, for he can always keep his girlfriends in a subjugated state. Thus his only business is enjoying sense gratification. Vidandhanava, or his only business actually is his pleasures to enjoy. Vidandhanava tarunya parihasa visharada nischinto dhiralalita shat praya prayasivasha. A person who is very cunning and always youthful, expert in joking and without anxiety, and who can keep his girlfriends always subjugated is called Dhira Lalita. Ratridin Kunche Krida Kori Radhasange Kaishora Vayasa Sapa Koila Krida Range. Day and night, Krishna enjoys the company of Srimati Radharani in the bushes of Vrindavan. Thus his pre-youthful age is fulfilled through his affairs with Srimati Radharani. Vachasuchita Sarvari Rati Kala Pragavyaya. Okay. Vachasuchita Sarvari Rati Kala Pragavyaya Radhikam. Brida Kunchita Lochanam Virachayan Agre Saktinam Aso Tad Vakshoruha Chitrakili Makari Panditya Bharangata Kaishoram Safali Kurati Kalayan Kunje Viharamari. Thus Shri Krishna spoke of the sexual activities of the previous night. In this way he made Srimati Radharani close her eyes out of shyness. Taking this opportunity, Krishna painted various types of dolphins on her breasts. Thus he became a very expert artist for all the gopis. During such pastimes, the Lord enjoyed the fulfillment of his youth. Prabhu kohe eho hoi age kohoi raya kohe ihamai buddhigati nahiyar. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, this is all right, but please continue. At that time, Ramananda Roy replied, I don't think my intelligence goes beyond this. So Mahaprabhu in the beginning said, Eho Vaya Age Kohoi. Now he's saying, having reached the understanding of Jnana Shunya Bhakti, then Mahaprabhu said, or devotion without any tinge of karma or dhyan, without that contamination, then Mahaprabhu was saying, Eho hoi, age kohoi. This is good, but go further. So the conversation is still continuing in that vein. Mahaprabhu said, this is all right, but please continue. At that time, Rai Ramananda replied, I don't think my intelligence goes beyond this. Deva Prema Vilasa Vivarte Ekoi Tahashini Tomara Sukha Hoi Kina Hoi. Rai Ramananda then informed Mahaprabhu that there was another topic known as Prema Vilasa Vivarte. You may hear this from me, Ramananda Roy said, but I do not know whether you will be happy with it or not. These statements are set forth for our understanding according to Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur in his Amrita Pravaha Bhasha. In essence, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told Ramananda Roy, my dear Ramananda, the explanation you have given me about the goal of life and the pastimes of Srimati Radharani and Krishna is certainly the truth. Although this is factual, you can continue telling me more if there is anything more to say. In reply, Ramananda Roy said, I do not think I have anything to say beyond this, but there is a topic known as Prema Vilasa Vivarta, which I may explain to you. I do not know whether it will bring you happiness or not. Etaboli apana krita gita ek gahila preme prabhu swahaste taramuka charila. Saying this, Ramananda Roy began to sing the song he had composed. But Mahaprabhu, out of the ecstasy of love of God, immediately covered Ramananda's mouth with his own hand. Pahilehi Raganayana Bhange Vela Anudina Padala Abadina Gila Nasarame Nasa Ramana Naham Ramani Duhumana Manobhava Peshila Jani Esati Sesa Prema Kahini Kanutame Kahavi Vichurala Jani Na Kunjalun Duti Na Kunjalunan Du Duhukeri Milane Mudita Panchavan Amsobi Viraga Tuhu Beli Duti Supuruka Premaki Aichanariti. Alas, before we met, there was an initial attachment between us brought about by an exchange of glances. In this way, attachment evolved. That attachment has gradually grown, and there's no limit to it. Now that attachment has become a natural sequence between ourselves. It is not that it is due to Krishna, the enjoyer, nor is it due to me, for I am the enjoyed. It is not like that. This attachment was made possible by mutual meeting. This mutual exchange of attraction is known as Manobhava or Cupid. Krishna's mind and my mind have merged together. Now, during the time of separation, it is very difficult to explain these loving affairs. My dear friend, though Krishna might have forgotten all these things, you can understand and bring the message to him. But during our first meeting, there was no messenger between us, nor did I request anyone to see him. Indeed, Cupid's 5 arrows were our via media. Now, during this separation, that attraction has increased to another ecstatic state. My dear friend, please act as a messenger on my behalf, because if one is in love with a beautiful person, this is a consequence. These verses were originally composed and sung by Ramananda Roy himself. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur suggests that during the time of conjugal enjoyment, attachment might be compared to Cupid himself. However, during the period of separation, Cupid becomes a messenger of highly elevated love. This is called prema vilasa vivarta. When there is separation, conjugal enjoyment itself acts as a messenger, and that messenger was addressed by Srimati Radharani as a friend. The essence of this transaction is that transcendental loving affairs are as relishable during separation as during conjugal enjoyment. When Srimati Radharani was fully absorbed in love with Krishna, she mistook a black tamal tree for Krishna and embraced it. Such a mistake is called prema vilasa vivarta. Radhaya bhavatascha Chitta Jatuni Svedar Vilatya Kraman Yunjan Adri Nikunja Kunjara Fate Nirduta Kela Brumam Chitraya Swayam Anbaran Jayan Iha Ramanda Harmyodare Buyogir Navaraga, Hingula, Barai, Shringara, Karugrati. O my Lord, you live in the forest of Govardhan Hill, and like the king of elephants, you are expert in the art of conjugal love. O Master of the universe, your heart and Srimati Radharani's heart are just like shellac and are now melted in your spiritual perspiration. Therefore, one can no longer distinguish between you and Srimati Radharani. Now you have mixed your newly invoked affection, which is like vermilion, with your melted hearts. And for the benefit of the whole world, you have painted both your hearts red within this great palace of the universe. This verse quoted by Ramananda Roy is included in Srila Rupa Goswami's Ujjvala Nilamani. Prabhu Kohe Sadyavastura Avadi Ehoi Tumura Prasadi Iha Janilum Nisjoy. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu confirmed these verses recited by Sri Ramananda Roy, saying, "This is the limit of the goal of human life. Only by your mercy have I come to understand it conclusively. Sadyavastu Sadhana Binu Keho Nahi Bhai Kripa Kore Kaharai Pabara Upai. The goal of life cannot be achieved unless one practices the process. Now being merciful upon me, please explain that means by which this goal can be attained. Rayako. The goal of life cannot be achieved unless one practices the process. Now being merciful upon me, please explain that means by which this goal can be attained. Rayakohe Je Kaho Se Kahebani Ki Kohiye Balo Manda Kichwina Jani. Sri Ramananda Roy replied, I do not know what I am saying, but you have made me speak what I have spoken. Be it good or bad, I am simply repeating that message. Tribhuvana Madhye Aiche Hoy Kundira Je Tomara Maya Tate Tribhuvana Madhye Aiche Hoy Kundira Je Tomara Maya Nate Hoy Bekastira. Within these three worlds, who is so undisturbed that he can remain steady as you manipulate your different energies? Moramuke Bhakta Tumi Hao Shota Adyanta Rahasya Shuna Sadhana Nera Kata. Actually, you are speaking through my mouth and at the same time you are listening. This is very mysterious. Anyway, kindly hear the explanation of the process by which the goal can be attained. Radha Krishna Vilay Ati Gugatar Dashavatsa Jari Bhave Nahoy Gochar. The pastimes of Brahma and Krishna are very confidential. They cannot be understood through the mellows of servitude, fraternity, and parental affection. Sabe ek saki ganer iha adhikar. Saki hoite hoy e lila vistar. Actually, only the gopis have the right to appreciate these divine pastimes, and only from them can these pastimes be expanded. Saki vina e lila pushtana hi hoy. Saki lila vistariya. Saki ashvadoy. Without the gopis, these pastimes between Radha and Krishna cannot be nourished. Only by their cooperation are such pastimes broadcast. It is their business to taste the mellows. Now, Srila Govinda Maharaj explained that this is the reason why Mahaprabhu went and met with Ramananda Roy, to get the blessings of the gopis in order to be able to expand Krishna consciousness. Without their blessings, nothing is possible. So Mahaprabhu's meeting with Ramananda Roy was embodiment of Vishaka. Sakibina e lilaya anjarana higati sakibhave jetare kore anugati. Radha Krishna kunja seva sadhya se pai se sadhya pai te arnahika upai. Without the help of the gopis, one cannot enter into these pastimes. Only one who worships the Lord in the ecstasy of the gopis, following in their footsteps, can engage in the service of Shri Radha Krishna in the bushes of Vrindavan. Only then can one understand the conjugal love between Radha and Krishna. There is no other procedure for understanding. Now, some persons wanted to took these verses very literally, and tried to enter into this forcibly with their own conceited ego. And they were talking about, relishing affairs between Krishna and the gopis and reciting these pastimes. But one cannot do this artificially. This can only be achieved when one is spiritually advanced enough and mature to gain that entrance. So we should not imitate that, and we should not rush to this elevated stage of consciousness without having first, served our spiritual master and proceeded in the practices of devotional service, of hearing and chanting, and being completely dedicated to service. Vibhur api sukha rupa sva prakasha pibhava shanamapina irada krishnayor yarite swa prabhavati rasa pushtim chit vibhutir ivesha. Shayatina Param Asanka Shakinam Rasagya. Pastimes of Sri Radha and Krishna are self-effulgent. They are happiness personified, unlimited and all-powerful. Even so, the spiritual humors of such pastimes are never complete without the gopis, the Lord's personal friends. The Lord himself is never complete without his spiritual potencies. Therefore, unless one takes shelter of the gopis, one cannot enter into the company of Radha and Krishna, who can be interested in their spiritual pastimes without taking their shelter. Sakira Svabhama Ek Akatyakata Krishna Sahanija Lilaya Nahi Sakirman. There is an inexplicable fact about the natural inclinations of the gopis. The gopis never want to enjoy themselves with Krishna personally. Krishna Saharadikara Lila Jai Karajai. Krishna Saharadikara Lila Jai Karai. Nija Sukha Hoite Tate Kote Sukha Pai. The happiness of the gopis increases 10 million times when they serve to engage Shishi, Radha, and Krishna in their transcendental pastimes. Radha Sarupa Krishna Prema Kopalata Saktigana Hoy Tara Bhalava Pushpabhata. By nature, Srimati Radharani is just like the creeper of love of Godhead, and the gopis are the twigs, flowers, and leaves of that creeper. Krishna Lilamrita Jali Lakate Sinchai Nija Sukha Hoite Phala Vajyara Koti Sukha Hoy. When the nectar of Krishna's pastimes is sprinkled on that creeper, the happiness derived by the twigs, flowers, and leaves is 10 million times greater than that derived by the creeper itself. So I'm going to stop here. Tomorrow we'll continue this reading. These certainly are very elevated topics, but we're proceeding sequentially in Chaitanya Charitamrita. And these are the Ramananda Roy's chapter dealing with Ramananda Roy's conversations with Mahaprabhu. And certainly one of the essential, not the most essential part of the Chaitanya Charitamrita in terms of Srila Sridhar, Srila Guru always would appreciate this chapter, Ramananda Roy Sambad, Mahaprabhu's conversations with Ramananda Roy. Anyway, that is Srila Guru Maharaj's divine property to be able to enter into an understanding of these topics. I'm going to sing Hari Haraya Nama Krishna Jaravaya Nama Hari Haraya Nama Krishna Jaravaya Jaravaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Nama Jaravaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Gopal Govinda Ram Shimari Sudan Giridhari Gopinatha Madana Mohan Giridhari Gopinatha Madana Mohan Sri Chaitanya Nityananda Sri Advaita Chandra Sri Chaitanya Nityananda Sri Advaita Chandra Dharadhara Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vinaya Dharadhara Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vinaya Jai Rupa Sanatan Bhakta Ranguna Jai Rupa Sanatan Bhakta Shri Jiva Gopala Bhakta Ranguna Shri Jiva Gopala Bhakta Ranguna Jai Jai Gosai Gauri Janamandan Jai Gosai Gauri Janamandan Jao Hoite Vijnana Sabita Puran Jai Jai Saparikara Shishi Guru Varanga Gandharvika Giridhari Jyoki Jai Sripad Paramahansa Parvajaka Ashtatara Satashi Shimad Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Gosai Maharaj Ki Jai Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Parvajaka Ashtatara Satashi Shimad Srila Bhakti Rakshidhar Dev Gosai Maharaj Ki Jai Jai Bhagavan Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Gosai Thakur Ki Jai Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Satchidananda Bhakti Vinod Thakur Ki Jai Jai Om Vishnupad Vaishnava Sarvabhauma Srila Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai Rupanu Guru Bharga Ki Jai Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai Shri Rupa Sanatana Bhatta Raghunath Shri Jiva Gopal Bhatta Das Raghunath Shad Goswami Prabhu Ki Jai Prem Sigo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasudeva Shri Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai Srila Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami Prabhu Ki Jai Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Ki Jai Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur Ki Jai Sri Chaitanya Bhagwat Ki Jai Narottam Srinivas Shamananda Prabhu Ki Jai Srila Jayom Vishnupad, Srila Bhakti, Vishvavarenya, Srila Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki Jai, Srila Bhakti Nirmalacharya Maharaj Ki Jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai, Shri Navadip Dham Ki Jai, Shri Ram Mayapur Ki Jai, Saparshada Shri Nityananda Prabhu Ki Jai, Saparshada Shri Mahaprabhu Ki Jai, Shri Koladev Ki Jai, Shri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat Ki Jai, Soquel Shri Chaitanya Saraswat Seva Ashram Ki Jai, Ganga Devi Ki Jai, Tulasi Maharani Ki Jai, Bhakti Devi Ki Jai, Shri Vrindavanam Ki Jai, Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopi Govardhan Sham Kuna Radha Kunda Kalindi Yamuna Ju Ki Jai, Samaveda Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai, Shri Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai, all the assembled devotees Ki Jai, Gaur Brahmanande Hari Hari Bol.
Bhakti Pavan Janardan Maharaj Ki Jai.